seems that people get involved with Mooney, they stay involved. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe because I keep calling him.
How much preparation have you been doing for this day?
Too much.
Sister came here quite some years ago. She might be upset with me for putting it that way. She came here some time ago, and she has been certainly a leader in Catholic education here in this community.
Sister Lucia, I have a very deep respect for. The funny thing is Sister hasn't changed.
Our cougar.
I think Sister has never sought the limelight. I think some of the students she had wouldn't tell you she was shy.
You could do a lot.
I can do a lot.
She always says hi to everyone. She smiles. You know, she's been a living example of what we should be like.
Do you play the organ?
No, I don't. I wish I did. I wish I knew how to play a musical instrument. I don't know how to play anything, except I try to play golf. I taught at 2 other high schools. They were all girls schools, and I always loved to teach. This is what the guys like to see. They need that crawling to really lift. See what I do. This is the first time I was in a co-ed high school, and some of my religious sisters were wondering how I would make out in a co-ed school. It's pretty good for me. When I first started college, my goal was to be a theoretical chemist, and as I progressed through my freshman year, I began to think, maybe this is what God wanted me to do with my life. I've never doubted it for 1 minute. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks so much.
This window is a memory of my wife who passed away in 1997. And it says on the window, God is mighty and has done great things for me. And that's certainly correct. And I consider she has a bit of a home here. As my wife was becoming more and more ill, Sister helped my wife tremendously. So I wanted her to know that that will never be forgotten. Hi, Robert. This is your chance for fame. I discussed the Adopt a Student program with my wife, and within half an hour we'd signed up for the Adopt a Student program. Sister is very persuasive, I might say.
The tuition assistance means the opportunity for my children to be the benefactors of a Catholic education. It would not be possible for Robert to be here right now without that program. Math and science seems to come naturally to Robert.
I don't know much about math, so you're going to have to explain a lot to me.
Well, I love to go here. It's, you know everybody, you're friends with everybody. I know I could never be here if it wasn't for other people's help.
Robert is my 6th student, and it gives me a great deal of satisfaction that Robert is being educated in the way he is. In today's world, to find excellence in education is becoming more and more difficult.
If you did the interactive notebook and you want credit for it, put it behind Sean.
We're here to see the principal.
Mr. Christie?
Pam, are you doing announcements?
Are you going to do Louise Mandrell?
I've been a major fan of Louise Mandrell for years. I've seen Louise Mandrell in concert, at least a dozen times. And it's not really a concert. She puts on a show.
Following students are asked to
And
please
every now and
report.
again, I'll include Louise Mandrell's name in the call-down list. And kids, who the heck is that?
Adam Secord, Louise Mandrell, and Kayla Schofield.
I tell Sister Lucia every day, this is the best job in town.
Oh, see this little girl right here? She's so...
Being Catholic, high school as we are, this is a values-based type of education, because faith is something that we're going to have with the rest of our life.
All right, you go to class.
Mr. Christie and Sister Lucia really helped the school to stay together. Just kind of, like a family. My dad graduated from here, and so did my 5 cousins. And I plan to send my kids here.
This is my daughter. She's the next generation of Mooney students. I gotta go class. When you come back and you see your old classroom, it brings back a flood of memories. Most of them are probably talking in class when you shouldn't talk in class. This is my fellow classmate, who is now the Bible teacher here. Looking back on it, you were really building lifetime friendships. I was voted most likely to succeed. I don't know if they got it right or not, but...
It's amazing. I can seriously say I'm still friends with a lot of people I graduated with. I think that says a lot about the school, the family, the community that it fosters.
When you're a senior, you carve your name into the sidewalk. It's a pretty neat tradition that, we could leave our little legacy here. I can't find my name. It used to be over here. Let me check over here.
God bless you, Andrew. We had to move those sidewalks while we were building the chapel.
This has got to be its center page.
Unfortunately, we haven't found a place to move them back to yet.
All right. We're getting close.
It was presented to me a couple of weeks ago in appreciation of the 40 years I've spent here, and you usually have to be dead before that many people say that many nice things about you. Fortunately, I'm not dead yet. When I first came here, I discovered that this is what I enjoy doing.
Everything from Martin Luther King to Lenny Bruce.
Being part of young people's development, academically, spiritually, what could be more fun than that? My first year here, this was the one classroom building. Every decade, we've added to the physical plant of Cardinal Mooney in order to meet the increasing student population. Now we need to add to the technology available to them.
Our students are going to be competing in a global economy. Libraries have changed a little bit over the years. We want to make sure that our students are prepared for that environment when they leave here.
Professional development of the teachers is very critical, that the teachers can then use the technology in coursework and help students become more technologically advanced.
I wish I could donate enough to enlarge this considerably. I've asked about it, but it would take a great deal of money.
So what's going on today?
Kickoff celebration for our campaign.
Patterson Foundation is a new undertaking in the Sarasota community. It certainly has blessed Cardinal Mooney High School.
This is a facsimile of a check for $1 million.
I'm very grateful to the Patterson Foundation for the $1 million named in my honor. I'm very humbled by it. I feel it should be Dorothy's honor.
I had many wonderful times with Dorothy, and I will always treasure her friendship. Dorothy is the one that should receive the honor.
I got to know Dorothy after Jim passed away. We had a lot of good times together in the 15 years. Her later years, she began to get very forgetful. I remember coming back from New York one day. If she asked once how the weather was, it was at least 15 times. And I didn't want to believe it, but that was the beginning of her dementia. She was just really a very wonderful person, and I think when she died, she put it all in the foundation.
This $1 million creates the Sister Lucia Haas Scholarship Endowment. For every dollar that anyone else contributes, Patterson will match dollar for dollar up to $1 million.
Cardinal Mooney doesn't only try to provide a quality education, but to base that education on gospel values.
Strong spirit of community, strong sense of service. Those things are really important here, and it comes out in all the teachers and the faculty, the leadership of Sister Lucia and Mr. Christie.
Faith every day is important to us as a family.
Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary,